Don't be fooled by its familiar name. Renault's 2026 Espace has been completely transformed. You might remember the old Espace as a predictable family minivan, but this new model looks nothing like its predecessor. It's gotten a fresh face inspired by the sporty Renault Rafale, and over a third of its body panels are brand new. That means a sharper grille, sleeker headlights, and a smoother rear end that ties everything together. Underneath the hood, it still uses Renault's E-Tech full hybrid system, but it now delivers a solid 200 horsepower. That hybrid pack means you can drive up to 1,100 kilometers on a single tank without ever plugging in. Think about that. No range anxiety, but still better fuel economy at just 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers. Inside, you got nearly 2 square meters of solar bay glass roof, flooding the cabin with light. And Renault didn't stop there. They reworked the front seats to be more comfortable and tuned the insulation to cut down road noise. Families get the same flexible seating that Espace is known for, so you can choose 5 seats or squeeze in 7. The sliding bench in 5-seat mode gives extra legroom, while the third row is perfect for kids or short trips with adults. Tech-wise, there's a new driver recognition system that adjusts your seat, mirrors, and radio presets the moment it knows who's behind the wheel. On top of that, you get 32 driver assist features like adaptive cruise, lane keeping assist, blind spot warning, and pedestrian detection. Opt for Matrix LED vision headlights, and you'll have lights that adapt to prevent blinding oncoming traffic while giving you maximum visibility. All trims come with trapezoidal tapered LED headlights as standard, but the high-end iconic model takes it up a notch with those Matrix LEDs. Even the grille finish changes with each trim level. Techno gets a metal gray look, Esprit Alpine goes ice black, and Iconic has glossy black accents. And those rear lights now stretch across the tailgate, giving the Espace a wider, more modern appearance. On higher trims, you get 20-inch alloy wheels shod in Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires, so it looks good and performs well year-round. But what really sets the Espace apart is how it balances everyday practicality with some unexpected luxury. Step inside the Techno trim and you'll see a light sand gray interior, dual-zone climate, and a 9.3-inch touchscreen running Renault's latest infotainment software. Jump up to Esprit Alpine and suddenly you've got Alpine-themed accents, 19-inch wheels, and extra features like Hill Start Assist. If you really want the top-of-the-line experience, the Iconic trim throws in a Bose sound system, leather seats, ventilated fronts, and ambient lighting to make every drive feel special. In all trims, the infotainment system supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so plugging in your phone is a thing of the past. Renault even added a digital rear-view mirror on Iconic, which switches to a camera view for a clear look behind you, even if your back window is blocked. Materials inside change with each trim level too. Techno has light gray surfaces that feel fresh, Esprit Alpine goes sporty with stitching and logo touches, and Iconic sticks to premium blacks and aluminum inlays. Talking about safety, imagine driving through the city and having active emergency braking that spots pedestrians and cyclists before you even see them. Combine that with a full 360-degree camera system and low-speed parking assist, and even tight urban parking lots become stress-free. Renault's multi-sense system is back too, so you can switch between comfort, sport, eco, or a custom mode that mixes things up to your liking. In sport mode, the steering tightens and throttle response sharpens, making the Espace feel more agile than you'd expect for a 4.8-meter crossover. Eco mode smooths out the throttle and prioritizes electric drive for maximum efficiency in traffic. The engine pairs a 130 horsepower gasoline unit with a 70 horsepower electric motor, working through a multi-mode automatic gearbox that decides seamlessly when to use electric power. On short commutes, you might barely touch the gasoline engine, and on longer drives, the hybrid system stretches your fuel out to that 1,100 kilometer range. Some rumors even mention a 300 horsepower 4x4 version shared with the Renault Rafale, but that's still up in the air for now. When it comes to colors, you can pick from Baltic Blue Gray, Midnight Blue, Pearl White, Starry Black, and if you want something exclusive, Esprit Alpine offers Schist Gray. Choose the Iconic trim and you can top it off with chrome exterior accents that make the Espace stand out even more. Production stays at Renault's plant in Palencia, Spain, with deliveries starting mid-2025 in France, Germany, Spain, and the UK. Prices kick off around €43,500 for the Techno trim in Spain, which translates to roughly £37,995 in the UK. Esprit Alpine starts closer to €47,000, and Iconic climbs to €51,000, though that can rise if you add options like a cold climate pack, a technology pack, or extra safety features. In the UK, corporate buyers benefit from lower BIK rates thanks to the hybrid setup, while in France you get green certificate credits, so it's financially tempting for fleets and private buyers alike. In Eastern Europe, deliveries start a bit later in Q3 2025, and right-hand drive models for the UK and Ireland roll out in early 2026. Compare this to rivals like the Peugeot 5008 Hybrid or Volkswagen Touareg e-Hybrid, and you'll see Renault took a different route by sticking with a full hybrid instead of a plug-in setup. That means no charging stops, no extra weight from bigger batteries, and lower complexity overall. The 4Control four-wheel steering system is still an option too, making a nearly 4.8-meter vehicle feel surprisingly nimble in city streets. And if you need cargo space, the sliding rear bench gives you flexibility, and storage solutions hide clutter so the cabin never feels cramped. Ownership costs should also be lower, since servicing for the hybrid system runs around €300 to €350 a year, beating many plug-in hybrids in long-term costs. All of this adds up to a crossover that aims to redefine what a family vehicle can be: efficient, tech-packed, spacious, and surprisingly fun to drive. Whether you're ferrying kids to school, loading up for a weekend trip, or navigating highway traffic, the 2026 Espace is built to handle it all, without feeling outdated. Renault clearly wants to shake up the D segment by offering something that doesn't just tick boxes, but also delivers a bit of excitement. You get modern styling cues that hint at sportiness without sacrificing the comfort and flexibility families expect. Underneath those sleek lines, the hybrid powertrain quietly works to save you money at the pump and cut emissions without forcing you to plug in. Inside, the tech and materials make you forget you're even in what was once a minivan, and the seating arrangements adapt to whatever life throws at you. So if you're in the market for a big family crossover that doesn't feel like a compromise, the 2026 Renault Espace deserves a close look. It's proof that Renault hasn't given up on the concept they started back in 1984. They just reimagined it for today's world. The combination of advanced hybrid tech, clever interior features, and bold styling makes it a strong contender against more traditional SUVs out there. At its price point, it manages to balance premium touches with practical benefits that families and fleet buyers will appreciate. And with the option to switch driving modes, you can tailor the experience to be calm and efficient for daily commutes or more dynamic when the road opens up. The optional add-ons like the panoramic sunroof, high-end audio, and advanced safety packs mean you can build an Espace that fits your needs without paying for stuff you don't want. Even in its base form, it comes well-equipped, so you feel like you got a lot of value for your money. When you park it next to a more conventional rival, the updated looks and hybrid badge make it clear this isn't just another family crossover. Renault's gamble on a full hybrid instead of pushing a plug-in option shows they trust buyers want hassle-free electrification without worrying about charging stations. And for many, that's exactly the sweet spot: green credentials, long range, and familiar fueling routines. So there you have it. The 2026 Renault Espace is more than just a mid-cycle refresh. It's almost a brand new vehicle in spirit. From its head-turning exterior changes to the thoughtful interior upgrades and efficient powertrain, Renault has stamped their vision on this model. If you're looking for a spacious, tech-savvy, and eco-friendlier crossover that doesn't feel bulky or boring, this might be your next ride. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you want to see more car news like this, subscribe for the next video.